course, we couldn't have this tour without our amazing bus driver here in the front, Stefan. Please, a big round of applause for Stefan. Ni är alltså i trygga händer. He's a bit of a drunkard, but he is great. Nu svänger vi upp här för Aschbergsgatan mot Vasaplatsen. So we're now driving towards Vasaplatsen, and in 2001 there was a big EU summit, a big political meeting right here in Gothenburg, but with representatives from all over the world, one of them being George W. Bush. George Bush was, of course, the president of the United States at the time, but here in Gothenburg we don't particularly like Bush. So this led to an infamous riot called the Gothenburg riots, where big parts of the city were destroyed. And that all happened right here at Vasaplatsen. Today it is considered one of the prettiest parts of the city. Den här backen är också känd för två liknande olyckor som hände både på 30-talet och 1992, då spårvagnar kom rasande ner för den här backen. I den senaste olyckan 1992 tappade spåret strömmen och spårvagnen, som inte kunde bromsa längre, rasade ner för den här backen och skenade ut nere vid Vasaplatsen. 13 personer omkom i den här olyckan, men det kunde ha blivit många fler om inte en polisbil hade kört framför spårvagnen med sirenerna på för att varna fotgängarna. If you've been in Gothenburg for a little while now, you may have noticed there's a lot of trams here. Gothenburg is something of a tram mecca. We've had trams here since 1879. Back when they were first introduced to Gothenburg, they were still being pulled by horses. After about 23 years of horsepowers, we chose to make them electric. Now get this, every day the trams of Gothenburg combined drive the same distance as one trip around the earth. That is 40,000 kilometers a day. Isn't that crazy? Soon we'll be able to see a big white building, and that is Chalmers Technical University. Chalmers was first founded in 1829 by William Chalmers. Now William was part Swedish, part Scottish, but born here in Gothenburg. And when the school was first founded, only 10 people studied here. That number is a bit bigger today, now that the university ranks the 125th most popular university in the world, with over 10,000 students. That is the white building you can right now see on the left side in front of you. We'll soon drive past it a bit closer. Some famous Swedes that have attended Chalmers are, for example, PewDiePie. Who knows PewDiePie? Yes! Världens mest kändaste YouTuber. I thought everybody knew PewDiePie, but this was like, do you not have YouTube? Crazy. He has over 110 million subscribers. That is a lot more people than fit into this bus, let me tell you that. Well, han pluggade industriell ekonomi här på Chalmers innan han hoppade av för att bli en YouTuber istället. En annan berömd person som pluggade här på Chalmers är Gustav Dahlén, Nobelpristagare i fysik och uppfinnaren av AGA-fyren. Another person that studied here is Vera Sandberg. She's the first female engineer of Sweden, and she studied here in 1917. Now you'll be able to see it better. This is Chalmers University. Men den mest framgångsrika personen vid Chalmers var nog ändå Martin Lorenzo. Does anyone here know who Martin Lorenzo is? Never heard. Martin Lorenzo is one of the two founders of Spotify. Spotify is a Swedish company with over 500 million active users. And he studied right here at Chalmers, and he still has an honorary doctorate here at Chalmers today. So now Miriam is going to use Spotify for us to play a song for all of you that aren't from Sweden, and it's called Welcome to Gothenburg. So now we're driving towards the parade street of Gothenburg, Avenue, the avenue, and at the very top of it we have Götaplatsen, and we'll see it in a very hot minute. So in the middle of Götaplatsen you'll be able to see the statue of Poseidon. Poseidon, of course, being the Greek god of the sea. Now, this statue was built in 1931 by Carl Milles, and originally he wanted to make Poseidon's private house a lot bigger. But the city's posh ladies said absolutely not, so he compensated and made the fish he's holding a lot bigger instead. So apparently, the size of the fish symbolizes the size of his, well, you know, nose. Det är lite lustigt faktiskt. Han är gjord av koppar, men står i bara mässingen. Nu här till vänster i marken ser vi ett annat berömt konstverk, Vattenspelet. Som vi kallar det här för bussbidén. Vi tackar Göteborgs skattebetalare 30 miljoner kronor. Då ingick ju såklart glasräcket. The water fountain you just saw, that's why we wash our bush. That's where we wash our bus at night. So this part, or this city we're rolling down for now, is Avenue, the avenue. Back in the day, there were big mansions here with beautiful gardens. Now they were replaced by less beautiful sidewalks. That's why they're so wide. And where Poseidon stands today, there was only a cornfield. Today, no one can afford to live here, so all you'll find on this street are hotels, nightclubs, restaurants, and shops. Vem vet vem det är som sjunger nu? Does anyone know who's singing right now? Exakt! It's Håkan Hellström, the guy our bus is named after. Det går inte att ha en guidad tur i Göteborg utan att nämna den här killen. Han har alla 4 publikrekord på vårt stadion i Ullevi med över 70 000 åskådare. In our local stadium here in Ullevi, he sold more tickets than Bruce Springsteen, Madonna, and even Michael Jackson. He has a split opinion about him here in Sweden, but in Gothenburg, everybody loves him, and that's because he writes all his songs about just this city. That's why we're playing Feel No Sorrow for Me in Gothenburg. that know this song? Who knows this song? It is the intro music to Alfons Åberg, or Alvi Atkins in English, or Willy Wieberg in German. It is a famous children's book character, and he was translated into 35 different languages. Det här var alltså Alfons Åberg, skriven av Gunilla Bergström, som föddes här i Göteborg 1942. Man kan faktiskt hitta Alfons Åbergs hus här rakt fram inne i trädgårdsföreningen till höger. So Alfons Åbergs hus, his house where he grew up in, I guess, you can find right here in Garden Society. This is our biggest garden here in Gothenburg. And in there's a nice playground, a beautiful cafe, and a rose garden that has 3 stars from the Michelin Guide. Men en till grej om Gunilla Andersson, den grejen hon sade innan hon gick bort sa att hon var mest känd för att vara okänd. Det var väldigt ödmjuka ord av någon som blev översatt i 35 olika språk. So before this little dance break, now we're driving through Kings Park, Kungsparken. It was opened in the 1850s, and between the 1940s and 50s, this was the most popular meeting spot in Sweden for homosexual men. Så det här var alltså en berömd mötesplats för homosexuella män på 40- och 50-talet. Här växer också ett av varje träd i hela Sverige. Så ännu idag kan man hitta en eller annan fikus. Now, please don't leave me hanging and dance with me. Like, we need to loosen up these thoughts, and it's like, can't leave me alone. Are you ready? Okay, more energy, we have a second chance. Come on, everyone!
There's not to stay at the YMCA. There's not to stay at the YMCA.
There we go! Coming up now is Fiskekyrkan, the Fish Church. It's this church-like building on the other side of the street. You'll be able to see it better soon. It's on your right side. It is the church-like building with the very white roof. And even though it looks like a church and is called Fish Church, it does in fact have nothing to do with religion. It is a food hall with a bunch of restaurants in them. A collection of restaurants focusing solely on seafood. Det här är alltså Fiskekyrkan, som inte är en kyrka, men man kan faktiskt gifta sig där inne. Men det kostar 20 lax, och de flesta äktenskapen brukar ju torska. Nej, nu får det räcka faktiskt. Tillräckligt med Göteborgsskämt här. Kamrater, vänner, välkommen till det rödaste av det röda, arbetarrörelsens vagga och nav. Det här är naturligtvis Järntorget med Socialdemokraternas kontor på andra våningen här till vänster, Folkets hus till höger och många fackföreningar. So this is the Iron Square, the home of the workers' movement here in Sweden. You can find the Social Democratic Party's office over there in the second floor, and Olof Palmes Plats over there. Olof Palme was the party leader of the Social Democratic Party here in Sweden, and he was the party leader from 1969, thank you, till 1986 when he got shot in the back, and we still don't know who did it. Här utgår också alla första majtåg från varje år i Göteborg. Men not everybody wants this place to be as social democratic as it is today. There's a famous millionaire called Petter Stordalen from Norway, and he's famous for building luxury hotels. And he built one right here at Järntorget. The brown building up there to your right, you can see it. Some people are already behind of it. 33 floors high, and vi får se hur kapitalismen trivs här på Järntorget. On the other side of the water, you'll be able to see another skyscraper, the Karla Tower. Karlatornet, 73 våningar högt. It is 246 meters high, and the same architect that designed the Burj Khalifa in Dubai also designed this Karla Tower. You see it on your right hand side, a big skyscraper. Some people even call it the zipper. I see it. The penthouse just sold for about $7 million. If you're interested. People on the right will have a better chance on their way back. It's a 5-meter tall statue of a woman on this yellow tower. That is the sailor's wife, Johanna, and she looks out at the sea. It is not quite there yet. In front of you still, for the people looking for it. That is the sailor's wife, Johanna, and she looks out on the sea waiting for her husband to come back from sailing. If you look closely, you see she looks on the other side of the river, where she kept her second husband while her first one was out at sea. Alltså sjöhustrun Johanna, och egentligen står hon där för att påminna de 690 sjömän som omkom i de 98 båtarna som åkte i första världskriget. Alla deras namn är inristade i sockeln, det är minne. And if you want to climb up that tower, it's only 192 stairs. And now coming up on your right side, we'll be able to see Fiskehamnen. And it may not look like that much, but it's Scandinavia's largest fish and shrimp export. And it opened in 1910. Over 1,400 large trucks and ships come from all over the west coast to transport fish and shrimp from here to all over Scandinavia. Sorry, do you hear the song? Does everyone hear the song is playing? Let me raise it up. the songs. Like everyone's seen the movie, so don't think about the ending of the movie. But this is our captain's favorite song. That means we're getting close to the highlight of this show. We're gonna transform this bus into a boat. And I'm just a bus driver tour guide right now. I haven't leveled up yet. So I'm gonna give this to our sailor guide. And she's gonna take over from here.
Alright. Thank you so much, Benjamin. Give him a round of applause, everybody. Yes. Alright, like Benjamin said. Now it's finally time. It's time to transform this bus into a ship. Yes. Are you guys ready? Yes. But before we go into the water, I have to do a quick safety briefing. I want everyone to listen carefully. I'm going to do this in both Swedish and in English. You find your life vest above you, and I will tell you if you need to put them down. There are 2 emergency exits. One the front here, where you entered, and there's one in the middle to your left. I want everyone take off your seatbelts. No seatbelts, include children, because I don't want you to get stuck in your seat if anything happens. Seatbelts off, no seatbelts. Now, I want you to listen carefully. We're going into the water pretty fast, so we're going to be pushed forward a bit when we hit the water. So I want everyone to raise both your hands, put them on the seat in front of you, and hold on to the seat in front of you. So put your hands up, put them on the seat in front of you, and hold on to the seat. You can ta en hand och hålla den så ni inte slår framåt den. Det är nog bra att man måste ha en hand, annars kommer det att slänga sig. Yes. One hand on top, trust me, you want to hold on. Flytvästarna hittar ni ovanför er. Det finns 2 nödutgångar i fram och i mitten till vänster.